Okay, so welcome to a podcast about IDA. IDA is a bilingual program under OSZ TIEM. Basically, you have most of your courses in English. For example, computer engineering, smart robotics, also politics and economics. So
Yes.
you have some subjects completely in English. Some parts of them are in German, but most part is English. And then there are some subjects like German that are obviously taught in German, or maths that is combined with other courses that don't do bilingual stuff. So that's also in German. So if you want to start here, you definitely need some English knowledge, or you will fail.
Yes, I think if you don't understand this podcast, you're pretty much... Are we allowed to say fuck?
No. Ja, das kannst du mal.
Do I decide if we are allowed to say fuck?
No.
Wir
Yes.
können swearen.
I highly agree.
Good.
If you don't understand what we're saying, you would be fucked
Yeah,
in
so
this
listen
branch
to this
of the school.
podcast, and if you can follow us, then great. You will have a good time for the most part. But if you can't even understand this, then you better search for another school, or you can use another program here on that school.
You sound so freaking arrogant. If you can't even understand this, you have no chance. No, we don't speak that advanced English, I think.
No.
I think in a
No,
podcast like this, we're
that's
not...
why it's not advanced English what we're speaking here. So if you can't understand it, it would be better or recommended for you to search for something else than IDA.
So, language part is if you can follow English class during 10th grade, you're completely fine with joining us here in this.
Probably. Well, it depends. If you have English, that's fine for actually communicating with people, so you can speak to others.
So yeah, the main factor of our English is communicating with other people. So teachers don't focus on language and grammar, how we speak or have our grammar done. So if you can communicate, you have basically all things you need to join us.
Although it goes into grading.
Yeah, but you also have to consider that all teachers are native English speakers, so they are likely on the same level than you, maybe
Yes.
even better than them. Yeah, so there are currently two courses.
Courses, yes.
Courses,
nicht Curses. Curses sind was...
Yeah, ich weiß. Currently two
Courses.
courses
Yes.
that have bilingual classes. So us, we are the 12th graders and the 11th graders. The 12th graders, we were the first ones, so we are only 7 people in our class.
7.
Seven
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
7 people. So in the combination of in the constellation of the 7 people, we do the bilingual classes, and the rest we do together with the other courses that are also in the 12th grade.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yes.
I think it's really fun.
Yeah. So in my opinion, I'm definitely quite happy that I chose a bilingual Abitur compared to a regular Abitur. But there are some things that bother me here. For example, computer engineering. That's like a personal thing. I went into the school with basically no experience of programming, but then I slowly realized that this is definitely not for me, and I'm really lagging behind. So that's something that you also have to consider. So if you go here, you're going to do computer engineering, you should at least before that try to like get an introduction into it, see if you like it, if you like sitting in front of a PC for hours, debugging stuff. And in my opinion, that's really annoying and definitely not something I will do after finishing the school.
So, but you don't need any technical knowledge. It will be taught here. So, I entered the school with basically no knowledge about programming and this stuff, and I'm pretty comfortable now. And yeah, so you get everything taught step by step, and there is
Just getting words out there. Yes, you don't need prior knowledge in programming, although doesn't
But you
hurt.
should have a look into it, because I had no prior knowledge in programming. I went into here, and other than Jonathan, I'm doing way worse than him. I lost my interest in it basically. So it's like, it really depends on you. You can come here with no knowledge and have a great time, understand everything, or you can come here and just don't understand a word of computer engineering.
So yes, you don't need prior knowledge in programming. It would probably be a good idea to at least know if you have any fun doing programming at all. Just try a little project everybody does when they have too much time on their PC and don't want to play games. But it definitely doesn't hurt having prior knowledge. So I have a teensy bit of prior knowledge. Too much, to be precise. I run my own IT business, but it doesn't hurt. So yes, a lot of the stuff that others do in computer engineering, for example, I can ignore. But the good thing here at the school is we have a lot of Quereinsteiger. Is there English? No, probably not. Teachers that have worked in their respective industry before and thus are more knowledgeable than teachers that just come straight from university. And therefore, especially our computer engineering teacher who has been a computer engineer for quite some time, is very knowledgeable. And so for me, there's just as much to learn. Just different stuff.
I can personally say from my personal experience, our teacher is very, very motivated, and he's like even willing to...
Almost all of them are. It's incredible. I never had a school with this motivated teachers.
Definitely one of the biggest pro teachers here are motivated. Like, if you have a problem with your installation at home, whatever, you can hit up your teacher, he will reply, you can make up a Zoom call here, even at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., they're still willing to go help on a call with you, fix your problem, and that's definitely a big advantage of the school. So if you're interested in doing computer engineering, I can recommend the school.
During lockdown, we had some problems with some programs, and even on weekends, our teacher was willing to sit down with us and look at our problem and try to help us.
Yeah, like you can hit up any teacher, or almost any teacher here, and they will respond to you. They are supportive. Big pro. So next up, smart robotics.
Yeah.
Probably a big factor is smart robotics.
Yes.
And I think it's basically computer engineering, but more practical.
Yes, you have parts of electronic engineering in there. You have your small Arduino, a mini computer where you put your program on, and with that you can do stuff like let an LED blink for beginners, or control LEDs via buttons, and in the end control your own self-built driving robot.
Yeah, personally, I definitely prefer smart robotics over computer engineering, because like you just have that like direct output. Like if you write a code, you have your board, you can try it out, you can see if it works. Like in computer engineering, if you want to see if your code works or what doesn't work, you have to work with the debugger. So it's like way more difficult, way more technically advanced than C++, where you just have like your one page, you can write all your stuff in there and then upload it to your Arduino and see if it works or not. So I'm personally way more motivated in that subject.
Okay, the language is not less.
Yes, not
but
the language.
we just use different parts of it.
Exactly. We use C++ there and Java in computer engineering.
Yes, good information.
Also, Ares occasionally in computer engineering, which is like a simulation program where you can simulate workflows and see how long it takes, how much resources you use. That's also quite fun, but just like a smaller part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like to get you into the logic of
So
programming.
basically, in short, CE, computer engineering, is more theoretical, and you have to think a lot more about how this would work and if it would work.
Yes, it's more for those interested in programming. It's more higher level, basically. As Java is a high level language, you can imagine computer engineering as a high level subject, because you more think about the basic structures of how you want to build up the thing you want to do, and it's more about how do I build my solution the best way, and
exactly. So
and mobile robotics is just how do I build a solution that
the output
works.
of the program is completely different. In the first year in computer engineering, you have just an output from your console, and there is some text, and you have to interpret this text. And in mobile robotic, you have immediately a feedback from your board that an LED is going on. So if you want to do more with the technical parts with your hand, then mobile robotics will be your favorite subject.
Yeah, in computer engineering at the very beginning we were starting with Greenfoot. Greenfoot is like a Java learning program where you have like a rover that you can control. So you just like
No,
have
you
to
have a visual machine that is like, you can imagine like a very simple computer game, but you have no inputs via buttons. You have to program the path of a robot like
Yeah,
this.
like-
You have different scenarios that the teacher also gives you.
It's a little sandbox to
Yes,
program.
exactly.
Exactly, and then most of the stuff is pre-written, so you just like start with like how can I call a method, and then you start writing your own
Yes.
first small method,
Yes.
and then after that you go into Eclipse, and for the people like me who had their problems, it got a lot worse. But
Well, but I think with Greenfoot the thing is for the basic stuff in the beginning it was really
Yeah,
fun.
Yes,
But as soon as we started to do stuff that's more like move one thing right, horrible. I hate this program.
yes,
It's
because
horrible for
yeah,
more
it's
advanced.
just for
Not
like the
as-
first few lessons.
Yes.
so the first thing to start with, it is very simple. You have the code is structured via color, and you see exactly what is what and what belongs to which part of the program.
Yes.
And so you get a.
There the gong goes.
and
That's
so,
our school gong for you. It's not very nice, but it's fine.
So you basically have an overview over everything and don't get thrown into some letters and don't know where to start or what belongs to what.
Yes, you get thrown into some colorful letters.
Mm.
Way more helpful.
So smart robotics, more
Computer engineering. Yes.
I didn't know what to say. Okay, so there are also other subjects that are in English. That
Yes.
would be, for example, political science.
Yes.
In political science, is basically what you know from school, Politikwissenschaft.
Or don't, because as I know, a lot of you don't have it. You should definitely in 11th grade it's mandatory. After that it's not. Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fucking take this subject. It's
Is it
important.
mandatory for the bilinguals?
for the bilingual.
No, it isn't. And the problem is political sciences isn't mandatory in Germany for schools at all in general, but it's such an important subject.
Yeah, I always
Yeah,
had it
you
since
have,
elementary, like since fifth
you
grade.
discussed
very
about not actual.
Well, our teacher is super chill.
Yes.
We mostly talk about current events and
Yes, we talk most of the times about current events. Like in the last few lessons, we talked about the movement of far-right citizens.
yes, Reichsbürger and co.
Reichsbürger
But we
and
always
this.
back it up with the political theories that
Exactly, yeah.
stand behind.
behind them.
the
Yes.
stuff.
Definitely very interesting.
So we
subject.
combine theories with current topics, so it doesn't feel like, oh, this is boring shit. It feels like, oh yeah, we have an actual comparison to this.
You swore as well. You said shit. Shall I bleep them?
No. Yeah.
Yes. Also, a very fun topic. Subject is economics.
but economics. Yeah.
I really like economics.
Me too. So the English teacher for economics does know her subject very well. She worked also in the finance business for multiple years,
Yes.
so she can tell you a lot about stuff, and you can talk about her with topics you normally won't talk in school about.
Yes, she has definitely experience in the field, as most of our teachers do, and that's actually amazing because they have so much to tell you. On the one side, funny stories. On the other side, stories that actually include important knowledge that you would never get from one of those
Typical.
von den Universitätspupsern.
Yeah.
Typical teacher. Yeah, but I
Well, typical teacher is really
Yes.
yeah.
Bad example.
pauschalisierend. Scheiße.
Yeah, okay.
Our English sucks just as much as yours does.
Exactly.
Yes.
What I really like
Fuck.
also is that like here the teachers are like also open to like other conversations. Like if you're in a bilingual subject and somebody brings up an interesting topic, this can often lead to interesting conversations and discussions, which I think are just a good addition to like the normal stuff we have to learn.
Yes.
Since we are
Yes.
usually quite quick with the normal stuff, there's always time for like a discussion about whatever. If Apple or something is better or shit like that.
So
definitely gonna get crap for that.
one negative point is that the English classes are very basic in the start.
Well,
beginning,
it
so
depends.
depends.
If
Yeah.
you're in the advanced level course or if you're in the basic level. If you're basic,
But that's just in 12th grade. In
And
11th,
yeah,
we
that's
didn't have
great.
to
in my
choose.
opinion, a con. That like the bilinguals can choose like between the here advanced level English and basic level English, and that they are not forced like to do, or there's like a special course just for us doing English, because the
In the
advanced
11th
level
grade.
English course.
You sound
like-
really entitled.
What?
Special course just for me.
No, for bilinguals. Because
Yes.
I feel like the problem is in our advanced level course right now, we have 3 bilinguals and the rest aren't bilinguals. I would say the majority of them definitely has decent English, they understand what's
Yes.
going on, but like the content of the lessons is like as advanced as our bilingual lessons, but of course more focused on the language. So I would say, I think it's kind of pointless to put somebody like, for example, Jonathan in the how's it called, basic course, in a basic course, because he wants other subjects as his advanced courses, where he just sits around, knows all the things, can probably just easily do
Yeah,
them,
but
right?
the basic course is pretty boring for someone in bilingual class.
Probably,
The language and even spelling of the other students isn't as advanced because they don't have the practice we have in talking English.
Yes, you
and
practice a lot. You speak mostly English during the lessons. Of
Mm.
course, we switch to German sometimes.
If we don't understand something, the teachers say, "Okay, let's switch to German."
Although
and
that's normally not the problem.
Yes.
Normally, the language is the least of your problems,
Yes.
to be honest.
But if we really don't understand the topic, we also switched to German and just talk in our mother tongue and probably
Mother tongue.
Es heißt so.
Does it?
Yeah.
The fuck? Fix your language, English people.
Muttersprache, Mother tongue.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, tongue, tongue, so.
It's
Well, I know tongue is a synonym for language, but it's a weird one that's rarely
But
used.
tongue is also Zunge.
Yes, I know.
yeah. But the point is, if you don't understand something, you can talk with your teacher in German.
You get
Yeah,
carried.
that's why it's called bilingual. It's
Yeah,
not
so-
monolingual.
You get carried by the teachers.
Exactly. Or you carry the teacher. I mean, in some cases, the teacher is asking a class if they don't
Yes.
know a word. So it's like helping each other out. And I mean, as time goes on, as more bilingual students are coming, the years are going by, the teachers will get better, and so
probably.
I personally only see like improvements in like the bilingual sectors for the
Yes.
future.
So we are the first course ever participating in this new form because the school just came up with it, and
Well, they had problems getting the certificate for it. They were only allowed to advertise it after they got the certificate. I went to the school like at the open day, and I just talked to some people, and like I talked to the vice principal, I think, and he was like, "Oh, there's also this bilingual course. It's new." And then I just signed up for it. I was the first person to sign up for it, so I'm the
Were
OG.
you? Were-
Yes, I'm the OG.
oh.
I was the OG that signed up for the bilingual course, and after that, those guys followed.
yeah.
The team that
So
stood with me, yeah.
Actually, well, if you're interested in the school, you probably had one. Although maybe with Corona, they didn't have to go to these cancerous events with. That's your options with all these stalls where you can like go, you know,
You mean like the
10th
conventions,
graders, the little convention.
You mean the 10th graders?
Yes, and the 9th
Ah,
graders goes well.
Those conventions were lit. Like you went out, you
No.
smoked your shit, you get
No.
drunk as fuck, and you left after like an hour.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's you're
That-
the only one who did that.
I was the only one. I missed the joint. Okay, that I came too late. They smoked without me. They didn't have any booze left. All I got was a cigarette.
Yes, poor thing, poor thing.
Yes.
No, but I think the only thing, and you will know as well, the only fun thing about those conventions is getting free stuff. Getting free pens and free frisbees and whatever you...
Skipping school. Because you can go out pretty quickly in the convention. You just go there and I'm like, I'm done. Can you fill out my paper, please? I want to go. And then they fill out your paper and you can go and then you're done. So those conventions were lit, like, honestly. No matter what you did there, if you played it smart.
Why do I have you here again? I think not to have bad influence
Why bad influence? I'm just saying that those conventions were lit. They were lit for you because you got free stuff, lit for me because I got off early.
No, I didn't say they were lit. I said they were shit, but the free stuff made them bearable.
Okay, and what was your opinion on the conventions?
I never was on some convention.
Never.
Like this. No.
Oh,
For
no.
us, it was never mandatory. It was always just like,
What?
wait, the one mandatory I skipped, I was at Phantasialand with a friend and I was just so happy about it.
I was on 5. Berufsorientierungsmessen. 5.
I was unknown.
They are boring as fuck.
Also du kannst ruhig so meinen Nonsens-Gelaber rausschneiden oder hast du drin lassen, wie es
Ja,
dir
ein
passt.
bisschen
Wie du dich fühlst.
so, ne? Yes, but on those conventions, although they are shit, I discovered this school and then I went here on Tag des offenen Unterrichts.
Yes.
And that was really fun because I stayed till 6 o'clock p.m. Because you have a lot of school here, alright?
Yes.
Don't expect not a lot of not to spend a lot of time here. Firstly, it's in Spandau.
It's okay.
It's the Arsch of the Welt.
It's okay because like we have, for example, there are days where you have like only 2 blocks if you don't have an extra language. That's also
But those are rare.
That's a good thing to consider. If you had Spanish, French, whatever language in your old school for I think 3 years, then you're done with it. You don't
You're
have to do
freaking
it here.
safe.
But
Yes.
if you haven't done it, you have to do it. So you're missing out on a lot of free time. For example, I can just on Thursday, I think, can just go after 2 blocks and other people have to stay because they have to do their French, or on Monday I can come for the second block and first block was French. No, it's physical education.
French is.
I know
But,
you don't
okay,
want to
now-
hear it, but I can tell you. You should have taken the second language. You should have done
Yeah,
it.
I personally almost didn't do it in my old school and I'm so glad that I did it because now I have just I
Yes.
think 2 or 3 blocks every
We
week.
have
2 blocks every week.
2
Less
blocks
work.
every week less, and
I
this
hate
is so much more time you don't think.
Yeah.
But I think it's if you are not on a Realschule, but you come from a Gymnasium. in
Wait,
Deutschland
we
called
don't have Realschulen. Isn't it Hauptschulen?
Gesamtschule.
Stimmt, Gesamtschule
daher
und
komm ich.
ISS. Ne, integrierte
Ja.
Sekundarstufe,
Ja.
ne?
Wollen wir nochmal eine
But if you come from a
Wo-
gymnasium,
What?
the entrance into this school is pretty easy.
Wollen wir
So
nochmal einen Clip aufnehmen, wo wir alle uns einfach nochmal vorstellen, wer wir jetzt hier sind, wo wir herkommen und so, dass man vielleicht nochmal so am Anfang eine Info über uns hat.
okay, können wir machen.
Wollen wir oder lieber nicht?
Können
Oder wollen wir
machen.
unseren Namen gar nicht erst sagen?
So we now do the introduction. We forgot for the past half an hour, I think.
Ja.
Yes.
Du fängst an,
Yes.
oder?
I start. Hello there. My name is Aaron. I'm. Yes.
Weil wir erstmal Schulsprecher auf Englisch, Schülersprecher auf Englisch.
I'm the kite show
School
here. I'm the kite show here. Yes.
School Counselor, bin ich das
Nein.
oder ist das Frau Warte mal.
Counselor?
Handy, such mal Schülersprecher auf Englisch.
I think you're the
Schulsprecher.
pupil representative.
I'm the representative of students.
Yes. And I am a weird one that got power and not through democracy because I'm a cunt.
Ja.
And that's really fun.
Dann schlüssel auf. Mal.
And that's why I'm here.
I'm biased.
Yes. We have a Schülerrat here. You should come and join it. It's fun. You get power and free stuff.
Yes.
Maybe not this mic,
Oh.
but the mic up there you can't see. And the lights you can't see. And especially the camera we record on. That's the free
Yes.
stuff we got.
And I got a room. And that has
Yes.
like the way more decent PC than others. But even has a graphics card.
Yes.
It's a GT710, but
You
it's
get
a
a-
graphics card.
You get an office. So technically it's his office, but he doesn't use it. So it's my office.
Yeah, I just
Our
check
office.
in every now and then, see if everything is Gucci like. So,
So
Yes, we have a coffee
have a
machine
Schüler- we
and a
found it.
microwave.
wait,
so
okay, jetzt mal anfangen, dass du dich jetzt vorstellst, dann stelle ich mich vor, dann stellt Jonathan sich vor.
Ja.
Aber hast du dich jetzt richtig vorgestellt oder würdest du es
Nee,
nochmal aufnehmen wollen?
normal.
Guck mal nach, was Schülerratspräsident heißt.
Nee.
Wollen wir es aber auf Deutsch sagen denn? Weil das jeder
Yes.
versteht.
Hello. Still the introduction we didn't do. I don't know how I'm gonna cut this together. My name is Aaron. I'm the Schülerratspräsident. That's a fancy name for I got power and not through democracy because I cheated somehow. And that's nice. Because I can do nice stuff like this. And it's fun. And you can join the student council as well. Student council!
Yes.
It is student
Student
council.
Council.
Yes, and I'm the student council president.
Ja, und du sollst auch noch sagen, am besten von welcher Schule du hier vorher kamst.
Yes, I come from NESS, So the most basic art school there is. Am I allowed to say it? No, then they feel
You
insulted,
can
right?
say that. Are we in ESS
No.
school? Is this an ESS school?
No,
das ist
ESS schools are the
Gymnasium.
ones
Das
before.
isn't-
But
Gymnasiale
ESS
Oberstufe. Wir sind quasi auf dem Gymnasium.
Ja, dann kannst du ESS beleidigen. Wenn du nicht unsere Schule beleidigst, dann ist okay.
Nee, du darfst nur nicht, ich würde nicht den Schulnamen sagen.
Oder?
Nee,
I come from the Paul-Löbe-Schule. Although the teachers are very nice and it's very social there and nice and stuff, the subjects are not that advanced, to say the least. Let's put it this way. I was allowed to sleep during lessons because I could do my tasks in the last 20 minutes of a block. So, you will probably be fine here if you can do stuff you can do there. Because the 11th grade introductory phase is really easy.
yes.
Ja. So, my name is Farin. I'm the Schülersprecher, so I have the highest power. I got a true democracy, actually. I got voted by everybody, or by almost everybody. So now I'm Schülersprecher.
Fuck democracy.
I come from a private Gesamtschule. And my main concern when I came here was like the downgrade in technology. Like in my old school, in I think 2017 or 2018, we introduced computers like for everybody.
Here we go again.
Warum?
It's not the first time you tell the story.
Habe ich nicht in dem Podcast noch erzählt?
Yeah,
Ja.
this podcast not, but it's
So
not.
soll ich es erzählen oder nicht?
Yeah, just tell what you
Dann
want
hör,
to tell.
brech mich doch nicht.
Ja.
Kannst du noch rausschneiden. Okay, so. Hello, I'm Farin. I'm the Schülersprecher. And I got actually voted through democracy because I had a plague doctor mask and I think people liked it. So
Yes.
I seemed like the most interesting person and they voted for me and now I'm Schülersprecher. I come from a private Gesamtschule. So basically there we had like everybody had her own laptop or tablet since I think 2017 or 18. So I was pretty used to good internet and digital infrastructure. So coming to this school, it was definitely a big downgrade. My main concern here is the Wi-Fi isn't available everywhere. You have to log in every 120 minutes.
Yes, internet,
And-
I just remembered, is a
Yeah.
big topic.
And the
It's
computers we have
fucking
here-
horrible.
Yeah, and the computers we have here are like, they're okay, they're fine for the work. Some
Yes.
are better,
Yes.
we're currently upgrading them, so. But main concern, the hope is that it gets fixed soon is the Wi-Fi connection, so
Yes.
that I can work with my own laptop, because some of us, like in a bilingual class, actually everybody almost works on their laptop, so that's definitely a plus side. We are bringing in some digital infrastructure. And
Almost-
slowly advancing.
Almost all teachers allow you to use your own laptop
Yes.
if you have one. And it's really nice to take notes on a laptop,
And-
but the Wi-Fi is just...
Yeah.
Well, not only the Wi-Fi, the network in general. Also the network to the PC. The teachers know it, the school know it, but they don't get money, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
still
not the
trash.
school's fault,
Yes.
it's the fault of the Senate.
But
They are willing
We-
to change stuff,
Yeah.
but they
Yes.
can't.
Exactly, that's the problem.
in the near future, I think we will get Glasfaser.
Like
Carbon
fiber
fi-
optic.
Fiber.
Fiber
Optic
optic.
fiber.
Yeah, we'll get a
Optic
faster fiber optic connection. I think we all. Oh, there were. Don't we already have one?
No.
The wire currently dangles out of the wall in the Keller. Scheiße.
Basement.
Basement.
Basement, right. It just dangles there, doing nothing, because the telecom put it there and then said, oh, we
Corona.
don't have a technician who can
We have Corona.
plug it in, basically. So, yes, but that fixes some of the problems, but we're getting there. The school is really willing to do what it can to make stuff good, but, you know, German Bildungssystem is just a giant piece of garbage, because children are not worth the money of people.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not allowed to vote.
Aber jetzt darfst du wieder schneiden, ich muss mir noch vorstellen.
Yes, you can introduce.
So,
You're children, nobody cares about you. Fuck you. Fuck us. Nobody cares about any of us. Yes.
So, I'm Jonathan. I was on a gymnasium, how we call it in Germany, and for me I come from a gymnasium, and for me
Schlimmer.
What is Gymnasium actually?
Gibt's doch nicht in
Gibt's nicht
Amerika.
in Amerika. So I'm Jonathan. I come
From a privileged school.
Yes.
Könnt ihr mal bitte aufhören zu
Yes, yes, you can. I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, and I'm coming from a gymnasium, and so for me the introduction into this school was very easy. I felt like, okay, I had this stuff, but it wasn't very challenging for me, and right now I think my grades went up a lot.
Yeah, like Jonathan lives 100 meters away from like the East German border. He lives on the east side, so he always has like to fly in a balloon to school. It's kind of annoying for him, but like he wants that Western propaganda.
You live on the countryside. You're a country bumpkin. You're actually a country bumpkin.
Yes, I'm a peasant. Yeah,
Yes, you are.
I'm a peasant,
Yes.
and I stand by it. But like, how big is your property?
Hippity hoppity.
That doesn't count. How much is your okay? Your property is even way more.
Na, wie
worth
viele
way more.
Weitwinkelkameras brauchst du denn, um dein Anwesen aufzunehmen?
I have to take the bike from one corridor to another. Well, yes, that's a big thing with the school. It's in Spandau, the fucking nowhere. And
Me,
getting
it's easier. That's why. Like,
get,
it's in your
getting
school.
here is pretty much horrible.
For you, but
No, for everybody.
If-
You
if
drive
that
the
my
bike
car-
for an hour. That's not easy.
This,
yeah, because you live in the Arsch of Pankow.
The Arsch of Pankow is way more normal than the Arsch of Spandau.
Yeah, and I live in Pausin, so I have like a straight road leading to Spandau. No, that's not the reason.
So yes, getting here is hideous. And well, you're fucked because it's the only real informatics school in Berlin.
Yes,
Computer engineering.
Computer Engineering.
I don't fucking care.
Informatik.
Viel Spaß beim Schneiden.
Ich piep die nicht. Kann die Schule schön mitleben. So scheiße wie die Schulwebseite aussieht, macht's das jetzt auch nicht mehr.
Ja, okay.
Ganz ehrlich.
Wenn die jetzt danach die Schulwebseite besser machen, dann noch einen besseren Podcast. dann ist der Christian-friendly, keine
We
Schwere.
demand.
Ah.
Okay, wir haben jetzt eigentlich über alles geredet, jetzt können wir gehen, oder? Oder kann ich jetzt kurz mal eine Pause machen zum Minimum?
It's not easy with you. It's not easy.
But I'm here.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Ja.
But do we have talked about everything?
We talked
Almost.
about CE.
Wir können auch mal jetzt so eine Zusammenfassung machen.
We talked so well about the school. Nobody is going to believe this. We have to talk
Ja, wir können auch
trash.
mal so eine Zusammenfassung machen, so nochmal positiv, negativ.
Ja,
was
die
uns
Schule ist
so
auch
gefällt.
einfach
Na, ich hab negativ gesagt, mit dem Internetinfrastruktur.
Yeah, the school is really good, but we have to talk some trash about this. Otherwise, this is not believable.
Um,
Nobody's gonna believe
okay,
us if we
so-
just say the
so,
teachers are great and the
I'm
school
gonna
is
say
nice.
something. If you read the Google reviews, which I did before going to the school, I was
Why?
actually I was a bit creeped out. Like, I believed the Google reviews too much, and I was like trying in my head not to pay attention, but they were like pretty terrible. Most of them said teachers suck, and the only thing that's actually somewhat valid are the toilets. Like, this is the thing that has to be approved a bit.
They are the disgrace to humanity,
Yeah.
but
it's
it's
the
all
normal-
schools.
It's the normal, not in my own school.
Yeah,
but like
private.
in
wow.
the normal
yes.
peasant schools that are financed by the state, the toilets are crap. Like, please do something about it. That's like the only part of most Google reviews that I actually believe. Rest of them aren't really that true. At least in my experience, I can't,
Yeah, the teachers are by far the best I've ever
Yeah.
had.
I mean, there's also how's the other sector of the school called?
So we
The
just.
Berufsschule.
So
The
we don't
Berufsschule.
know what is
We
going
can't
on.
judge that. We
Yeah,
aren't
we don't
there,
know
but
about that.
we don't know.
Yes, so in the Gymnasiale Oberstufe, most teachers are pretty motivated. So
Yes, definitely.
Another big pro is that you have free blocks sometimes, so like 1.5 hours plus the breaks where you can do jack shit or you can do your homework, or which is really good at this location, there's a lot of food stores around. Like, you can go to Lidl in like 4 or 5 minutes. There's Döner Kebab. The school has a cafeteria which also offers decent food. You can
Yes.
go down the
No,
street.
it's actually quite well.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
just very
Or
expensive.
you can go down the street and go
Except the
to
pommes.
the mini market, and
pommes
there you can also get a lot of food which tastes nice. So like, if you're hungry, you're always covered here. Or you go down a bit further, then they even get €1 discount on a Döner plus a drink if you're a student.
Yes, actually?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We pay €2.50 for a Döner and drink.
250. Endgame.
Das ist da hinten bei, falls ihr das kennt, wo diese mehreren Geschäfte nebeneinander sind, da ist ein Dönerladen, und wenn er sieht, dass der Schüler seid oder den Schülerausweis zeigt, also ich muss dir nicht zeigen, und zahlt 52 Döner Getränk. Du darfst das Getränk auch aussuchen, also.
Abfahrt.
Aber man muss halt ein Stück länger laufen als zu allem anderen.
I didn't know that.
Ja.
Me neither.
Thanks.
2,50 Euro.
Tja.
You should definitely come to the school. Fuck the subjects and lessons and stuff, but
And
a
pommes-
Döner for 250?
And pommes
And
only
a
150.
Yeah, in the cafeteria, pommes for 150. But actually, you brought up a good point we didn't talk about. You don't have lessons here. You have blocks.
Yeah.
Most
Almost
schools, I think.
always. No,
Yes.
the up until 10th grade, most schools have lessons, not
Yes,
blocks.
most-
I have blocks since 6th grade.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you were on a
No,
privileged
before
private school.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe it's the countryside, I don't know. Well, you have blocks here. They are 1.5 hours with no break in between. A normal break is 15 minutes and the lunch break is 30 minutes. That's not a lot, but it's actually fine because the lessons are quite fun, so it's bearable.
Like, it's
And-
enough
and-
to go to Lidl and back and have your food.
Yes, and with the 3 blocks where you can just chill out. Because the teachers, okay, maybe we shouldn't say that, but some teachers may unlock a room for you if they trust you, where you can have your Kaffeekränzchen.
Mm.
And that's really nice.
But you have to be a very nice student.
you have to be very nice and not a cunt, and
if you
then you
ever
may get
destroy
the
anything,
chance.
Yeah. In my old school, it was the same thing. Like a teacher was very nice and locked you. It was completely forbidden to have even students in the school while there was a break. And he unlocked like a biggest room, and like the other class completely annihilated the room. They destroyed all the tables, all the curtains. The room was trashed.
Oh.
And then that was like we were permanently restricted
Fucking
from that.
idiots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could have had such a nice time. I was in there, one great time.
Yeah.
They just jumping around on the tables, whipping shit, drawing shit. Like you are like just behave.
Yes, as long as you behave like a decent human being and
Yeah,
are
you
not a
get your
cunt, you
privileges.
can have a very good time here.
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Podcast done. We are going now.
Farin, you are the blackest thing in the universe. You're just dark.
And wet. I mean, wet glasses.
They are black as well.
Guck mal aufs Bild.
Ja,
Das
das
ist,
sind die Fokuspunkte, du Döll.
Nee.
Nee.
Das ist so, wenn es da so
ich
steht.
finde, wir sind alle schwarz angezogen. Das ist irgendwie.
Ja, so.
Ah, scheiße, ich hätte vielleicht nicht schwarz mit dem schwarzen an.
Ja, ja.
Ah, Mann, ey, jetzt muss ich scheiß Color Grading machen, damit wir nicht aussehen wie Garbage. Nee.
Hast du viel Spaß haben. Hast du auch nichts zu tun, oder?
Nee, nur Unterricht und so.
Was für Unterricht?
Und Arbeiten.
Was für Unterricht?
Ja.
Ja, ich mache große Teile tatsächlich. Also ich lasse auch gute Teile weg, so ist
Das
nicht.
Einzige, was ich halt wirklich komplett ausgelassen habe, ist halt. Ja, das sollen wir auch am besten nur in den Podcast bringen. Also, Mathe einfach auslassen und den Rest.
Ich bin nicht mal im Mathe lernen. Yes.
Ich auch nicht.
Pandemic. Wow. Let's talk about that.
Yes.
We need to talk
okay.
about that. So, no. The short answer is just no. Whatever your question is, no. Does it work? No.
No. We have a platform called the Lernraum Berlin.
And
It
you
is-
probably have as well. And you know
Yes.
it sucks.
It is the concept behind this program was for like 13 schools or so, and it
Not
was
26, I think. Actually.
26?
Yes.
like this for a very few schools, and it was built up to be a program for whole Berlin. But you know, like every school program right now, it is just too slow, have not enough capacity,
It's completely overscaled.
completely overscaled. Yes.
It just can't handle the load. It's not designed or wasn't designed to be used in the way it is.
When it works well. You have
Yes, that's true.
you have good functions, like you have an integrated video conference application.
That's actually fine now. Not like
Yes,
WebEx.
but-
Blue Button is fine.
I think every teacher should, for example, use the Lernraum calendar. I don't know if you, like,
It
question, do you use the Lernraum calendar to see what's up?
Yes, of course I do.
Do you do?
Yes.
Okay, so then to all teachers, because I was talking with Master Jacob about it, we use the Lernraum calendar. Please enter a starting date on your meetings, on your tasks, so you can just see in the calendar
No.
what's up.
The meetings are a different thing. I spoke to the sentences about that with Miss Scheiktrichen as well, and she said, "Aaron, you're an idiot," because before now, last year,
Yeah.
it was that we always had a meeting like whenever, but now the meetings are when we have actually a lesson. So that's fine. I'm capable enough to look into my calendar and look when do I have lessons,
Yes,
be
but-
there. But a lot of the tasks, teachers
Fair
don't
point,
put
but
a
I
date
still
there.
think the extra few seconds that it takes a teacher to add the starting date to their meeting, so we can see it definitely, even if we know that we would have a lesson there, would just be a bit more handy to organize it.
But
I
the-
don't know.
What we are talking about is the calendar, where automatically every task for you is stored in there. You see right now when you look on the day oh, I have this subject then and then. And if you click on it, you mostly see also the hand-in time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically
Yeah.
fine.
It's good, and I would hope that all teachers would use it, even for me.
But I just remembered a thing.
What?
Untes.
Can't do
So,
that.
our school, technologically advanced as it is, has an app where you can look up which of your lessons will not be because the teachers lost something. And it's unusable. Just don't use it. I don't use it anymore.
So Untes
It's completely, utterly useless.
So you have this timetable app, and there are basically, if it has colored, you don't know if it's just colored or just gray, and you have multiple different options that show you if the lesson is cancelled. You have the lesson but without a teacher, or you have homework or so. So
It's really
Yeah, but
utterly
it doesn't
useless.
show that. Most of the time, it just shows something as
It's
yeah,
purple or
It's
gray
It's just
or
purple. It
orange
doesn't
or-
give information. On the school boards here, you get like the information like is it cancelled? Is it?
but the app is very
you get tells.
cancer.
Yeah, the app could
It's
be way
it's
better.
really cancer. Yes.
Yeah, they definitely have to.
There's
improve it.
also a weird login that only works half the time, and it's just written down on a board in the school, and then you have like to copy it into the app and log in there. And my app doesn't work for the didn't work for the past half year, but I actually completely stopped using it because it's frankly it's useless. I don't care about it. I get my information from the other students. I just ask, does it fail? Yes. Okay, I'm not coming. Fine, because the app is just
Yeah.
why. Even why it has actually no benefit.
Like if it would work, then it.
Then it would be great. I could.
Yes.
And the biggest and also a big problem is the entries being made by the school for when a lesson fails are made after 8 a.m. So if you wake up in the morning and want to look up if your first block is failing or not.
Not always.
Not
Sometimes
always.
it's done the day
So
before. If
if
it's
the
known.
teacher-
Yeah, if it's known the day before, then
Right.
yes. But
yes.
other than that, well, probably because the teachers call in sick after that, which is not changeable, but it sucks. Then you're in school
Yes.
and you have a block to do nothing with. And I can't go home because Pankow. I drive 1.5 hours here. It's not fun, but
It's worth.
it's worth it.
First
Yes.
time. I just hope I get my car, my driver's license soon. I mean, I have my car, but I need a driver's license.
I bite the
just drive
bullet.
here. Because then 30 minutes drive to the school and back.
So,
Right, not-
Beispiel.
Ja.
Ich glaube, wir müssen
Sollen wir
jetzt
kurz eine Pause und dann machen wir vielleicht weiter?
Ja, wir können kurz eine Pause machen.
Ja, kann ich kurz rausgehen?
Ja, ja.
Ja, okay, perfect. Okay, so now after a long break, we keep talking about our school OSCE team. What do you have to add to all what we said in this podcast? Do you have anything on your mind that you want to speak out to us?
Well, there's actually one thing. We have 3 buildings. We have the original building. That's the one we're in currently, in the studio here. Then there is a Neubau, so an additional building that was made later. And there is the Werkstatt, where all the Werkstätte, the whatever Werkstätte is.
Fuck. Building.
Nee.
Factories.
Nee.
Nein.
Workspaces.
Workbench.
Du hast doch da dein Handy gegoogelt auf einmal.
Ich mach da jetzt so einen Zeitraffer draus, weißt du?
Du wolltest gerade über die Buildings und Workbenches reden.
Yes, yes,
Oder
yes.
Workshops.
And the third building with the workbench. Workshops!
Workshop.
Du kommst jetzt mit Workbenches her.
Da sind da Workbenches drin.
Ja, toll.
Ja,
Yes,
that's,
and yes, what I was about to say is that the new building, so the one perpendicular to the old one, connected by a little corridor, gets unbearably hot in summer.
Yes.
It's horrible.
Oh yeah.
The architect should be punished with something just as cruel as we are punished every summer, because it's really, really not nice.
Lethal injection.
The big windows are all directed to the south.
Yes, it has a big window front that you
Oh,
could
yeah.
see
It
if you
looks
were
cool,
allowed to
like-
come here.
It
Yeah.
looks pretty modern. Like it's like with a modern building. Like the first time I've seen the school, I've went on the blog and I've seen this building was like the first building I saw, and I was like, is this my school? Okay, that looks pretty modern. The other building was built in I think the 80s. or
This one
even-
is
no, even-
40 years old.
Yeah, like 40 years.
And
old.
you can tell. It's not horrible, but you can tell.
But it's like a nice nostalgic building, but that's like could be cleaned up a bit more.
It's a
like with
plateau.
graffiti and yeah.
It's a
basically.
plateau.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
but the
it's
other
fine.
building is pretty decent. Like 8 out of 10, I would say.
Well, from looks and so
Yeah.
on, yes. But
But
just from
that's why 8 out of 10 because inside no Wi-Fi, no air conditioning.
Yes, so it's also a freaking bunker. I don't know what that thing what that thing is made out of, but there's nothing getting through. Not your phone signal, not Wi-Fi, nothing.
Yeah.
It's a bunker.
Yeah.
And the big window front is directed to south with sun shields that can like come down, but they're completely useless. They just heat up the building even more. And it's really unbearably hot in there in summer. So you just better hope you don't have lessons there, but you probably will have lessons there.
Yeah,
Not
but
much,
currently,
but-
we mainly have most of the lessons here. We only have smart robotics is the only thing we have in the other house because.
And Spanish in 11th grade
okay,
was
yeah.
over
I'm
there.
not in there, so I didn't know that.
Yes, that was not nice. But
Yeah.
most classes for the
GO.
Gymnasial Oberstufe are
So-
here in the old building.
Let's
Yes.
do a sum up of all the like general subjects that are not taught in English. What our opinion on those are, if they're taught well here. I mean,
We should also talk about the
Yeah.
non-English
Yeah.
because you have to take them
I
as
mean, we
well.
already did some compliments to all the teachers, which includes the ones of the non-English classes. But now I think we should do like one talk about all the other things that are still open.
Yes, so of course you don't do everything in English because it, on the one hand, wouldn't work very well, and on the other hand, it would probably stupid to do German lessons on English. But okay, maybe it's the same as doing English lessons on German, but you stop doing that in primary school. So I think the other lessons are fine.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
definitely like I would say they're on the same level as in any other here. Gymnasium, yeah. basically.
No, I was on a gymnasium for 1 year, and I would say they are way above that.
Also, our teachers are aware
Because
of that. Or, I mean, our classes or yours.
our classes.
So we are above them.
What?
The-
Do you
in
mean the
quality.
students
No,
or?
in quality, like in quality of the class in general.
Yes,
So we are better.
because on the gymnasium, a lot of the students and the teachers have a giant stock in the arsch.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Hello, Miss Shark-Trätchen. You can say something incredible as well.
Oh no, you don't speak like that, do you?
Of course.
Yeah, we are putting on a German.
I do the
accent.
language with the words, and then I make the sentences.
I try to do proper.
So the
English.
people on the other side can know about the school, you know? They can know the hip shit we're doing here. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so
And
is our time up or?
no, it's not. I just wanted to ask you if you need that smart robotic bit, because Mr. Hannes is
Nah, I don't think so. No,
I don't know.
I think it would be waste of time if we now get that thing instead
Well,
of finishing this podcast.
We could
in time.
continue talking and keine Ahnung, schick Jonathan over
Do you
there.
have a picture of that? You can get a picture of that. Just like
Okay.
insert a picture. We can make it like a scene now. where we
Picture
are, like,
show now.
Yeah, we can do that. We can. You're smart. You can do. You can make one here, like on the desk. That looks legit. Yeah, you
I can.
3D scan
Do you know what I can do?
What?
I can show a video.
Exactly.
Advanced.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
okay. And
So-
what did you talk about?
Oh, I like all the subjects.
Well, we-
what's
How bad the
different,
teachers are and
teachers,
stuff like this.
quality,
Oh, that's
but
good, okay.
mainly positive. There were only like a few downsides.
We talked mostly about the English subjects, and we're now going to talk a bit about the subjects that are not on English, but you have to take as well.
Mhm.
So, because they're not optional.
Okay.
Mhm.
And did you say something about the conditions that you can come here? So something like
Yes.
capabilities that one must have.
Yeah.
Do you mean how
We did that.
well versed in English you should
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
definitely addressed all of that. What like we compared schools before, schools now. What's different? Like
Jonathan, are you healthy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay. Okay.
Good.
Hab mich nur
So,
verschluckt.
how much more time do we have?
Ich gehe jetzt mal hoch. I'm going up. And
Do you want us is there something you want us to add, or you are
I
really...
don't know what you were talking about. Shall I listen to it?
No, you don't
No.
want to. It's quite a bit. But is there something you are really key on, you want to make sure is not forgotten?
Let me see. So, I think for me, of course, as somebody not knowing about anything about technology, it's interesting to know what smart robotics is all about.
We did all that. We covered all
No,
the
we didn't
subjects.
really talk what you do.
Yes, coding. And we
We didn't talk about the robots
okay.
and doing driving
We're
stuff. Yes?
doing adding more to those two, and then I think we're done. Okay.
Okay, and computer engineering would be of interest.
We did
as,
that in
That we
depth
did.
in detail.
Different information
Yeah.
technology, computer engineering, and what definitely is the difference I learned when I came here between computer engineering and computer sciences. Because everybody thinks, oh, okay, I'm going to study computer sciences later on, so I'm going to the TIEM and have some computer engineering. And engineering really means the combination with electrotechnic,
Yeah.
and physics a bit stuff. Usually you are going to do that in grade 13, I think, with Mr. Nasner, because he's the physics teacher.
Yes, and also I think in collaboration with Mr. Harris.
Yeah, that
Yes,
will
yes.
be cool. Automation systems.
Okay. So, I think we should go on now, right? Because we
Yeah, I
don't
could
have
also
that much
put
time
in the
left.
difference more clearly.
How much time do we have left?
I think I'm going to come down again at. Let's finish at 5 o'clock. Would be lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What's the
Yeah.
time now?
It's 5:25 past 4.
Oh, so
Oh, yeah.
half an hour. Perfect.
Yeah,
we
that's
can do
fine.
that. Okay.
Good. Come back.
So until 5 o'clock we should be ready to go out.
Yeah,
Like also tidy up a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
do that.
Because Jonathan looks a bit tired.
Should
Yeah,
we keep
so
the
am I.
tables or do you need them? You don't need them, right? Nobody is here. Yes, I see. Yes. You are very not fine.
Jetzt brauchst du noch was.
Nee, da muss er jetzt durch die paar 10 Minuten noch.
Nein,
Ja.
aber wir haben noch mehr Zeit.
Ja, aber wir haben nicht mehr so viel zu erzählen.
Ja, okay, aber
ja.
nee, aber ich wollte fragen, ob irgendwas.
Alles super, ja.
Kommst du das klar?
Ja.
Okay.
Ich darf mich noch nicht so schnell bewegen.
Ja.
So, es Missschaltgretchen Menschen. Thank you, Farin.
Es geht nicht darum, dass ihr euch schnell bewegt.
We need the definition of where the difference is between computer sciences, what is taught in uni, and computer engineering. So computer engineering is, well, we said it's more high level and more about the concepts and stuff, but it's actually more low level than computer sciences again. Because in computer sciences you really learn about the constructs used in computer science and engineering, and how to really think up the general ideas that are then used in active coding. And computer engineering is active coding,
Yeah.
so more
Yeah.
engaging.
Yeah, you have your window, you have your here, how's it called? IDE, and there you
Yes.
work in, there you do all your programming, you have your classes, your methods, all in one, and it's a lot more complex. Also you have the debugger. Oh, that's a big difference between C++, so smart robotics, and computer engineering. In C++, there, or in the Arduino IDE, there isn't really a debugger. So the only way to debug is to outprint something and to
Yes,
figure out if it does
Because
that.
the code is run externally on the
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
microcontroller, and you can't.
But in Java or in IDE, you have a debugger that's very advanced. You can go level-wise into things. And at first, for me, it was very hard to understand. I didn't use it at all, but now I'm slowly getting the hang of it, and I start using it to find out my errors.
I hate it. I hate the
You
debugger.
hate it,
I hate the debugger.
Yeah, I would prefer to work in IntelliJ, but unfortunately they want us to use that because they want to install IntelliJ on the school computers.
Yes, don't wackel the microphone so much.
Me or who?
I don't know who of you.
Oh, could be.
Yes. So who of you wants to tell us the fantastic story of what exactly it is we do in mobile robotics?
So in mobile robotics, willst du das machen? Kobi?
Ja, also, so in mobile robotics we have like our first you do like some electronic stuff, like what is voltage, amperage, and resistance, like this. How to calculate them.
Yes,
or-
we don't have Elektrotechnik. That would be the other German course, and there
Yeah.
isn't an English one with Elektrotechnik.
Yes, but we have to do it to understand how this works, what we are doing, and how we are approaching our targets. So, and then the next part is over the school you get an Arduino, that's a microcomputer who can calculate small things.
I can show a video of it right now.
And yeah, then after that you learn a bit about the Arduino IDE. You can start programming an LED that is going on and off in a period, and after a while you add different circuits.
That's
to,
boring. Tell them the fun stuff. They don't want to know how to.
Yeah,
Let- An LED
Roboters,
blink.
like we are currently building a roboter. We made that roboter in, how was it subject called
Robot,
again?
not roboter. Robot.
Robot. Yeah, sorry. So we made a robot, but we built the
Chassis.
outer shell of
The
the
chassis.
chassis.
the chassis of the robot in, how was that subject called again? That's also German one.
Fachpraxis.
In Fachpraxis.
Yes,
German subject.
that's really nice. Yeah, it's mandatory in 11th grade, optional in 12th.
Yeah.
It's Werkstattsunterricht. So we, as Gymnasial der Oberstufe, go into the workshops as well and learn handcrafting skills.
How
But
to
it's
use-
really nice. It's really
Yes.
helpful and really fun.
So now we have your self-built robots. They have 2 DC motors attached to them with wheels, and one, like, we had different types of wheels on the front so it can move in one direction. And then the Arduino is attached onto it, powered by a 9-volt battery. And there's also a motor driver, which is additional to the Arduino to address the motors, because of course the Arduino couldn't handle the current of the motors that the pins deliver, because the Arduino pins only deliver like 20 milliamperes each, and that's not enough for a motor. But with the 9-volt battery, you can power both, and then
No,
Yeah,
you
you
have
have
to
the
add
robot.
extra battery pack
Yes.
for.
yeah,
But you don't have to go into.
No,
not that deep, but then the robots, we have to program the robots, and then we do tasks like following a line, which seem easy at first, but also due to hardware complication, because it doesn't have 4 wheels. It has like this one mechanical wheel, which isn't controlled by the Arduino, so it doesn't always go in a straight line. Then
So the summary is, because you build a robot yourself, it's shit,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
and you have to account for that when you
Exactly.
program
That's
it.
why in programming we have like extra functions to adjust, like fine tune the speeds of the motors to get the best possible result, but still not perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, and you start with driving like a straight line, and then maybe a circle, and then you go on to this following the line. And then after that, in grade 13, or at the end of 12th grade, we will see, we'll move on to the Sumo robots. You can look them up. Those are like pre-done robots by a company that are all the same. So we have set hardware that we know works, and then it goes more. Then we are less focused on the hardware,
More on coding.
more on the software to make that robot
Yes.
have specific functions. Like, we are currently thinking about making like a street system with
Traffic
traffic lights, yes,
Yeah,
To
that's the next task.
where we could have the robots communicate via Wi-Fi, or maybe RFID or infrared or whatever, to have them communicate with traffic lights and have them driving around stuff and boop boop boop, fun stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
So in summary, computer science versus mobile robotics. In mobile robotics,
We have computer
you do what-
engineering. It's
computer-
technische
oh, yeah.
Informatik.
So in summary, the main difference between computer engineering and mobile robotics is that in computer engineering you only work on a computer. You don't have any like thing that you can.
It doesn't actually in grade 13.
Yeah, they are adding some.
In
like
grade
external
13,
stuff.
your computer engineering class will probably work together with the Automatisierungstechnik course. That is a course you can choose in grade 13. And then you will actually control some industrial applications with your code written in
Exactly,
computer
yes.
engineering to have an actual application for the stuff you should do to see your solution actually work.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so let's get back to the other subjects. We have
Yes, we didn't
normal-
finish on that.
Yes. So we have the typical ones like German, math, and English. And physical education is also in the 11th grade not mandatory, but
In 12th, no, it was mandatory, wasn't it?
No.
Right, I didn't attend it. It was great. Yes, PE is mandatory in grade 12 and
Yes.
13. Maybe you shouldn't
Nerd.
come to the school.
Wait, that's not.
No, it's
that's
mandatory
not-
everywhere, I know. Yes,
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
no sports.
I know. I hate it. But I can't change it. Yes, but physics.
Physics, yeah.
You have to take Naturwissenschaften.
You have to take in the 11th grade 2 Naturwissenschaften sciences. First one is physics, and the second one is chemistry.
Yes.
And after this, you can
Choose
after-
one of them.
You can choose one of them or do both. But in the last 10 years, there was no Chemie-Grundkurs.
Yeah, like chemistry is not like popular, so usually it will only be a physics course or like multiple physics courses, because there are advanced ones, and then usually the basic one is split up into two as well, because there's so many people.
And there's also art lessons in 11th grade that are optional in grade 12 and 13. And yeah, they're
Yeah.
fun. They were fun. I don't know.
Also, we have
What did you have?
You
Yes, no, you could choose art or PE in 11th grade.
Oh,
And
and
da-
the third
und
option
darstellendes
of
Spiel.
Yes, the third option was Darstellendes Spiel, but nobody chose it.
No, I wanted to choose it, but after I saw that nobody chose it, I didn't dare to choose it.
Yes, it didn't come to be. Nobody liked it. Nobody wanted it.
I actually wanted it because I was familiar with it from my old school, so thought like maybe it could be cool in the school to meet, like thought like more of like interacting with people more there, because you can like maybe talk more like and shit. That was what I thought could be lit about this class, but didn't happen. Don't know how it would how the outcome would be if I would have chosen that.
Yeah. No, yes. You have to choose art or PE
Yeah.
or Darstellendes Spiel, but good luck with having that one.
Yeah.
So, and then we have normal. Also, there is economics and not physical education. Political science is also mandatory in 11th grade for everyone.
Yes, but we already talked about it because it's on English.
Ja, okay, was haben wir denn noch vergessen? Sport. Nee,
Haben wir gerade gemacht.
nee,
We could say which sport courses are available.
Oh yeah,
in 11th grade aber nur. So, if you're in 12th grade, there...
No, in 11th grade it's just PE.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
12th
Yeah.
grade you can
Mm,
choose for each semester you have to take a different sport.
like Volleyball, there is fitness, there is table tennis, and
Yes.
there is
There are
basketball.
Wait a second.
or
So,
football.
Both.
so,
Both?
And Rudern. We have
so
Rudern here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to conclude, we have the basic ones. You will have in every school, and then we have the special one like fitness, Rudern, and before Corona we had skiing.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You
And
could
swimming.
you could take a
And
1
swimming.
week.
Oh wait, that was part swimming. Is
No, that was part of fitness.
of fitness. Fitness is like split up into multiple things. Like if you take fitness, it's not like if you expect like in a gym. It's like no, you go swimming, you go biking, you go running.
It's just staying fit. It's what the name says.
It's
fitness.
pretty fun. I like it.
Yeah, it was fine. Although I did not attend quite a big part of it. But
Das solltest du nicht reinschreiben.
I don't care. The teachers
I was
have the
always
numbers.
there, and I never ever on any other school had that. I don't know my mark there, but I think it's very good. I think I never on any other school had a mark as high as that in physical education.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
Yes, you can take a 1 week trip to Austria. Well, not right now, but normally. And that counts as the sports course for whole semester.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
But you have to
True.
if you do skiing, it's like your 5th semester in sports, because you have to do 4 normal and
Do you?
then-
I thought
yes.
you can
No,
replace
you
one.
can-
No?
No.
No?
You can replace one on the department.
Ah, I see.
So you actually attend 5 courses in PE.
Ah, I see, I
So
see.
you can swap one out. Yes.
yeah.
Yes, and there are a lot of classes to choose on top. Like we mentioned, Automatisierungstechnik, where you work with
Wait,
industrial
are they
machinery.
available for us?
Yes, in 13th grade.
In 13th grade.
Okay, yeah.
Did you had the
Yeah, I didn't remember it because I'm not in 13th grade now. I don't have those classes. I thought they were only reserved for the other children.
No. Automatisierungstechnik is a subject
But-
only in the 13th grade.
yeah, and you
okay.
just work with industrial
But it's additional.
size. Yes.
Yes.
And we also have here thingy. Normally Musikelektronik, which
Yes.
would be happening in the studio we're using right now, but for this year the teacher was on.
Sabbatical year.
Is it that what it called? I don't care. Yes, exact that. And yes, there's a lot to choose from, and a lot of it is fun. So you have to choose 8 Leistungskurse and 32 basic courses.
Yes.
I chose 46. That's also an option, and you can cancel out
Didn't you
a lot
choose
of them.
Didn't you choose all of them?
Yes.
Wow. I skipped out as many.
Well,
as I
not
can.
all of, almost all of them.
Okay.
Yes.
Almost all of them. And then you have to be in school quite a lot.
But it's okay.
Actually, very a lot. But
That's why homeschooling
it's
is
fun. It's
better.
actually fun. It's the
Yeah.
first time I'm really having fun in school.
But homeschooling is still better.
Well,
because you have time.
no, homeschooling really sucks. I hate homeschooling.
I love it.
But when we're actually in the school, I'm having a lot of fun.
Yes, me too. So like the lessons, I don't know how it will be in your year or in your age when you will come to this school, but in our class or in our year, there are only 7 students for this whole course, and so
Yeah, but that was
The
because they
lesson-
were
yeah.
were not allowed to advertise it back then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now they're becoming
But
more.
they will become more about smaller courses, mean a chilly atmosphere while learning, because you don't have the stress
But
of
you won't get that privilege. Like, don't take that for granted. That's like a special thing. More people will join those courses, and you will
Yes,
have the normal
probably.
20 to even more people classes that you're used to. So
So in Germany,
And as far as I know, in the first 3 months, you can still switch over to the German branch.
exactly,
yeah.
yes.
So you can
You
find
have-
out if the English.
This
part
is very important. If you don't want to do English, if you notice after 3 months or 1 year, oh, English isn't mine, you can always change to the German course.
Well, always?
Also,
I thought
no.
only the first 3 months.
Nein, also after the first after the first.
Oh, right
3
after the
months,
first, you could also swap into
and
the
yes,
Elektrotechnik
No,
class.
and in the German Informatik.
Yes, but for the whole first year,
Yes,
you could
for the
change over
whole
to
first
German
year.
Informatik.
For example, like
Yeah.
I could take the computer engineering basic course, and then that would be in German instead of the
And
English course.
there's also a license course in German as
But
well.
we were asked not to do that because we are already such a small group, but they didn't want it to be even smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's for us. So,
That
well, you don't need to care about
Yeah,
that.
true.
Your class is probably gonna not
So
consist of 7 people.
the
Because
year
the
below
thing
us is
in the beginning with our class, because we were the first and they weren't allowed to advertise because of bureaucracy, we were actually 3 people.
3 people, and
Yeah,
then
true.
we got 4 via an accident. One student wasn't called up. Long story short, and then
Yes, and then just a couple ones of the German that actually
Oh,
wanted to do the
Meister.
German course swapped
Yes.
over into our English class, and they actually seem to like it because they're still here and we're in the middle of grade 12. So
yes. So,
doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah.
but don't expect that the year after us has already 19 students in
Yeah,
class.
that's why normal.
Maybe next year it will be more popular and there will be 2
Exactly.
bilingual classes. We don't
Ooh,
know.
That would be funny.
I don't know if
Wow.
the school even offers that or if they close
Ich glaube, die
down.
können gar
after.
nicht.
I don't know if they have enough
They
teachers.
can't do it. They
No,
have
that's like our main problem is we don't have enough teachers. Otherwise, there would be way more subjects available to us in English, so we could do basically anything in English. But due to a lack of teachers and like we have
And the lack of students. For 7
like,
students,
yes.
you can't have
also
every.
that, and like one teacher, for example, teaches like the English, political science and other political science, and there's no other teacher that can do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Same with economics.
So yes, it's still inside the trash German Bildungssystem, but still better.
Where actually
Yes.
they just can't find any people with the qualities that can deliver English and German teaching.
Yes.
Yes. But one thing I want to emphasize once last again, there are mostly Quereinsteiger here, and I think that's really good because, well, teachers get paid less the longer they have worked their job, but actually they get better. So the people here really have really good insights into the actual
Yeah.
field they're teaching, and it's really nice. Some
Yeah,
of
of
them
course.
are not as good at teaching, but they compensate that very well with their knowledge. Weil wir noch
Nein, nein.
self-plug. Shameless self-plug. We are the Schülerrat.
Mega 2021. But make the school great again.
As stated in our introduction, he is the Schülersprecher. I am the Schülerrats.
Mega 2021.
I
But we will make the school great again.
Aaron, setz dich mal vernünftig hin.
I am the Schülerratspräsident. No, I'm chill. I'm trans. You know, I'm
Wer von uns beiden ist?
Schülerratpräsident. He's stellvertretender
And
Schülerratspräsident.
I'm Grand General.
He doesn't do anything. He just has. His
I'm the
position.
Grand General.
He doesn't do anything. And we do actually fun stuff. We get some perks that are nice. And on the other hand,
We have
every Tuesday we stay here till 6. Well, I do. The others don't. But I stay always a bit longer.
Why? Do you actually do anything in that time? But that's
Yes.
productive? Other
yes,
than-
we do.
I wrap everything up after the others have gone home.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Pretty cool. Nice.
Yeah, so we have also like now 4 members
Hmm?
with you, and we tried to make the video you should see on the Tag der offenen Tür, but
What means
because-
we tried? I will finish that. It will come up on the website. You will see it. Maybe above or below this. I don't know.
And then we start an invasion.
The website
Or
the
send
website is still shit.
Kim
We are not
and
responsible
steal
for
the
that. Just to say that.
But due to Corona, and so we couldn't finish this video. But this video was like our first big.
Yeah,
Big
it was an
project.
attempt. Like we had like one German lesson where we were just sitting in a room, writing our own ideas, watching other videos, thinking of what we could do better, but we didn't come up with anything, and then we couldn't even do it. So no video for now, but maybe.
No, we
some
did
other
do
time.
something,
did.
but there was
Yeah, we tried.
we needed actually way more footage of students, and that's really hard.
Well, oh yeah, that was problem. No student wanted to be recorded.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Wait, you wanted to be.
Well, we're sitting in, in front
Exactly.
of 2 cameras
That-
right
that-
now.
That was the same arrangement we had back then. Only us 3. Everybody else said, no, I don't want to be in front of a camera.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe some said microphone would be okay, but camera, no. Yeah.
Knibbelt sie und zwingt sie
So.
davor.
That's why you can only see
That's
the
why
3
you
of
see
us.
3 us.
But
three,
I mean,
yes.
we are almost half of our class, of
Yeah.
our course, the bilingual one, so that you have a good representation.
And the only other person you see is Miss Schalk-Tritjen in her, as she said, boring, not my words, her words, boring presentation, probably also above or below this, I don't know.
Okay.
And yes,
So,
that's all you get to
Think
see from
we
this.
can wrap it up now?
Yes, the gong is a really nice wrap up.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's a good wrap up then. Yeah,
So
hope you learned something, hope you now know which school to choose.
And to be honest, there are 2 OSZs in Berlin that say they are for Informatica, but Kim isn't. Come here. Trust
Yeah.
me. Trust me.